Welcome to Byline Investigates. Today we're reporting from the Rolls building in central London. Now, you may remember the phone hacking scandal. It erupted over a decade ago. There were a number of journalists who were convicted and went to jail. There was the Levison inquiry, and then in 2014 more journalists were put on trial and 4 of them were jailed. So a lot of people will think the phone hacking scandal is done and dusted. However, another case has been rumbling along in the High Court building behind me for the last 3 years. So this case involves a number of claimants at the High Court who claim that their phones have been hacked by journalists at the Sun, or that their private lives have been intruded on by private investigators hired by the Sun. It's moved on from case management hearings and now it's a pre-trial review, and we're on the verge of hearing a full-blown trial. Let me talk about what's happened in court today. So on the claimant side, their lawyers accused the defendants, News Group Newspapers, which is the parent company that owns the Sun, of not disclosing all of the invoices that they have in connection with private investigators. So they gave an example to do with a company called Trackers, run by a private investigator called Andy Gadd. What the lawyers for the claimants said was that NGN had effectively dragged their heels over disclosing £214,000 worth of invoices from this company. So the lawyers for the claimants accused NGN of shocking conduct, in inverted commas, in relation to these invoices, and they urged the defendants, NGN, to comply with their orders for full disclosure. So I'll tell you what David Sherborne, the barrister for the claimant, said. He said, "The time has come where NGN and its legal team must take proper responsibility for their disclosure obligations. It's not acceptable for a party in any litigation to use its greater resources and knowledge about its own documents to engage in games with the claimants." So David Sherborne likened this to a game of battleships, where he had to guess where these documents were filed in NGN in order that they disclosed them to the claimants. So in fairness to NGN, in their defence, they said they had disclosed all of these invoices, and today they had disclosed another £214,000 worth, so they were no longer under any further obligations to disclose any more. So the reason that Byline Investigates are here today is that this is an important case to report upon, because there are phone hacking victims. In some cases this happened to them 25 years ago, and they want to find out the truth. They want to find out how private detectives allegedly access their medical records, their phone records, their tax records, lots of different types of private and confidential data. And in short, they want to ask the court for answers. Some of them are seeking compensation, some of them are seeking an apology, and that's why Byline Investigates are here today to report upon these proceedings. I know this material can be quite complicated to understand, but hopefully if you tune in again, as you become more familiar with the proceedings, they may be easier to get your head around. If you want to read our court reports in depth, you can find updates on bylineinvestigates.com and byline.com. Thanks.